Hi, my name is Pooja Shah and I'm a business analyst of Apple Incorporation. Today I'll be discussing one of the most pressing issues Apple faces today, its battery life. The technology field is one that deals with many issues, and in order to be on top, your company must be on top of everything. Apple is indeed on top of many things such as its customer base, technology. However, its battery life is one of the biggest downfalls it faces. This chart shows how the iPhone 5s ranks in comparison to other phones in the smartphone industry, and it is disappointing that the major competitors of Apple, such as HTC and Samsung, have both beat Apple in terms of the battery life. One of the best ways to solve Apple's battery life problem is by improving research and development. This means putting more time and effort into it and hiring other employers who excel in trying to improve battery life. While Apple's competitors such as Nexus and Windows and Google have all been trying to implement new ways to change the battery and improve on the battery itself, Apple hasn't been putting any effort into it. This chart shows how little Apple put into its research and development in comparison to its major competitors, ranking as one of the lowest in its field. That just highlights how necessary it is for Apple to start developing a better plan. Although many say that it is costly to start researching and designing new things, Apple can start off by using its current acquisitions. Last year, it recently got a new company called Pacific Conductor, which basically works on developing low-energy communication chips. One of the main reasons many technology companies do not start off their research and development is because it is scared of the amount of money it would cost. However, Apple has an advantage in this, as it could use its current acquisitions to build upon this research. Just last year, Apple acquired Pacific Semiconductor, a company that researches mainly on low energy efficient communication chips, and it has done a great job in trying to make this one of the best products that Apple has. But Apple could go on and try using this to make low energy batteries. Alongside creating new batteries, Apple could also focus on new charging methods. Apple has been focusing on solar powered energy for way too long. It hasn't been proven efficient in any way, as phones are usually kept in pockets, therefore not being outside where the sun can reach it. Apple needs to focus its attention on different aspects of improving the battery, and in order to do this, it is important that Apple start hiring engineers whose expertise lie in designing batteries and understanding how to make the battery life last longer. Another reason Apple hasn't done anything in the past to improve battery life is because they believe that not changing the battery is something that is okay. However, in the technology field, battery life is a currency as to what all smartphones run off of. If you don't have good battery life, you won't have a good customer base. These days, a battery life is the most important attribute when it comes to choosing a smartphone. Sure, there are aspects such as like retina display and the brightness of the screen. And in the past, these are trade-offs that Apple was willing to make in place of the better battery life. However, now this is time that Apple has to start making improvements to the battery life, because betterment of the entire product itself is important, not just specific aspects. When it comes to employing new engineers, Apple argues many times that it is an expense that is not worth making. However, with the technology field increasing and expanding, it is important that Apple understand that this is an investment worth making. One of the things that Apple has been doing with all of its recent products, such as the iPad, MacBook Air, and iPhone, is that it's been relying on energy efficient softwares and software development rather than focusing on the battery itself. And this is actually a downfall because its competitors are focusing on improving the battery itself. Samsung has already stopped trying to focus on solar charging. Instead, the Dream battery uses electrolytes instead of liquid or polymer used by lithium-ion batteries to eliminate the risk of explosions and other safety problems for flexible electronics. While Microsoft puts in about $2.3 billion in research and Google puts in about $1.2 billion in research, Apple only has $753 million budget on research and development. This is really low, considering its competitors have actually made many advancements, and Apple has yet to make a battery life that beats it. The best way to combat this problem is making a specified research and development plan. Thank you for your time, and I hope that you take my proposal into consideration, as it would be extremely beneficial to Apple. Not only will it help Apple make a profit, but it will also help it gain a better reputation in the technology industry. Soon, the iPhone will be the best in not only every other attribute, but in battery life as well.